You know, one of my favorite movie intros of all time. Still might be to this day. I got to think about it. There might be a couple others. I got to think. I don't watch movies all the time like that. One of my favorite movie intros of all time. Belly. When they walk in and begin they rob that club, just that scene made the whole movie for me. Like the rest of the movie was neither here nor there, right? But that opening scene was so great to me. I just thought it was amazing. Just the way it went off. Anyway, welcome to the den. My name is Ed Honcho. And then again, I'm so glad to be here with you, lovely, wonderful, amazing, beautiful, sensational people. Not all of you, but most of you are in that area somewhere, right? Um, we're going to talk about something tonight, eventually, when we get there. I'm pretty sure there's other stuff to talk about before we get there, but we'll talk about it. What else? I'm just happy to be here. Senor Hancho. I don't know what else to tell you. But so we're gonna talk about tapes, right? We're gonna talk about tapes that get leaked. We're gonna get what that means for people whose tapes that get leaked, depending on their field, right? Especially if in the entertainment business, we'll talk about that. But before we get there, we gotta talk about something way more importante. Muy importante, right? Sí, es muy importante. And that is you, the wonderful, beautiful, lovely, amazing, splendiferous den folk, the greatest people in the world. So give me just a second. Let's see what we have in here. And then get this party started. M5 was in here way early. I set the time wrong way early. Ain't no be no dens at no 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Not right now. Miss Bell, Northside Bell in the house. How you doing, Miss Bell? The lovely Miss D the Gamma. D for disappointed. But how are you doing, Miss D the Gamma? Phi Sigma Gamma. Power. The power's on. Ski. Yeah. Dolores Law. How are you doing this evening, ma'am? Yes, Nas and DMX. Yes, and I was deliberately muted. So if y'all wonder what I was doing, what I was singing the song in the intro. That's why I was doing all that extra shit. D the Gamma officially debt free. Congratulations. Let's throw a party. Now let me put some on your credit. Shit. you all free of debt and rub it in our face and all that. Wig, what's the motherfucking deal? Uh, yes, yes. Oh man, I'm gonna tell y'all some stuff, man. That again. Now, what I came across was about 50 seconds of the worst time of my life. We'll get to it. I don't even want to get started. I don't want to get started. Thank you, Mr. Loris. You know, it's the wonderful people in the den that make this show so wonderful. So shout out to the den folk. I love each and every one of you. I love the overwhelming majority. I like a lot of y'all. Some of y'all pretty cool. I fuck with some of y'all like that, the long way. So yeah. But now I gotta do that on the OF stream. See, that's what I need to I do got an OF, right? But not like that. But it's I did want to talk about some more off the wall shit. But that YouTube may not be so keen on, but I ain't fucking with it. Ken, young Kenneth in the building. Shout out to young Kenneth, man. Good to see you. Good to see you. So let's talk about tapes. Okay. So before we get on this specific tape, and I'm gonna start a fast tomorrow, so I gotta eat me some bullshit before midnight. I'm gonna try to fast through the week. Not try. I'm going to fast through the weekend. It's time for a cleanse. Sometimes in life, you got to just have like a cleansing. You know what I mean? You want to cleanse your body. You want to cleanse your mind. You got to cleanse your area. So I plan on doing that this weekend. Just full house clean. I'm a detox as far as water fasting, not eating anything for at least 3 days. Um, And then, like I said, just some other stuff, just cleansing myself out, right? Just clean the air, open the windows up, let the house breathe, stuff like that. You got to clean your environment around you because sometimes sometimes you carry old energy with you, right? Uh, and I realized an issue that I've been dealing with, and I realized I've been carrying some very old energy with me that is related to this issue, right? I'm not going to go into detail about it, but so I had to kind of clean some of that stuff about the house today. Um, and feeling better already. So anyway, let's talk about tapes, right? So we're gonna talk about tapes. Let's talk about tapes. I want you to drop in the chat your favorite quote unquote tape, right? Celebrity leak, whatever you want to call it. Because I know nobody was going to say Sexyy Red was their favorite celebrity leak, because hands down, that was probably one of the worst, right? And especially with it just being so short and pathetic. It's like, here's my conflict with it, right? Because you promote yourself as the super whore, right? This Sexyy Red, the super hoe. And you're proud of it. And I'm ski yee, I'm a hood rat, ski yee, ski me, wee, wee, wee. All that crazy shit, right? But you a fucking lazy fuck. You a lazy. That's why I say when bitches be talking like, man, I got that good pussy. I put it on a nigga. Woo, woo. Shelly Long calling here talking about that old snapper that don't snap no more, all that shit. That's why I don't be hearing that shit, bro. That's why I say what I said the other day. I said men have to do all the fucking work, right? Oh, I'm gonna be pissed off. I'm about to be real pissed. Okay, I'm pissed off about that. I thought I was about to. But yeah, so all this shit, bitch is a lazy fuck, dog. Like, come on, that shit was pathetic. Like, if she leaked that on herself, she should be embarrassed. This is your sexy readiness. So you should be very embarrassed. That shit was pathetic. Um, what's that one? Um, so yeah, I mean it should drop her record sales. So all that shit she talking is not accurate. Pardon me, I'm doing a small business matter. Uh, while we're on stream, you got to pay bills while you're on stream, right? This is the world we've come to. On stream, paying your motherfucking bills before you forget and instantly regret it, right? So that. What are you doing? That's not the button I push. Anyway, yeah. So I watched this shit, and it's like, what is this pathetic shit? What is this? This is worse than and that's not. Wait. Let me rephrase that, because the amateur shit is the best shit. But we're going down a whole degenerate path. I'm not. This is not the conversation we're having. We're not talking about that today. All right, but it looked like some old. I filmed this shit on the Nokia niggas used to play Snake on type shit. No, it wasn't that. They wasn't that bad, but it's just like I said, just what it was just like. What is everybody getting excited for? It was a Sexyy Red tape drop. The only tape that I feel like was worse than this one. The only tape I feel like was worse than this tape. I don't know why shit ain't doing this. The only tape I feel like was worse than this was Black China's. Black China had that bitch owed me some money. I don't know how much, but she owes me some money for pain and suffering, right? And I know she broke right now. They talking about she went from 20 million a month to homeless. If you went from making 20 million a month to homeless, that's a you problem. Like, it's hard for me to find sympathy in a situation like that. You tell me you made 20 million at any point in time. Not saying you was making 20 million a month. 20 million at any point in time that you had in your possession of assets, and you just went broke. Now, I can see how it could happen, for a CEO or somebody who owns most of their assets in stocks or something like that. The fucking company just gets wiped out. But y'all think Black China's owning stocks? She thinks that she's she's making investments. Bitch investing in fucking more bad surgery. That's all that bitch invested in. So it's very hard for me to feel bad, right? Is it fucked up? Yeah, probably. But I'm pretty sure it's easy and safe to say it was self-inflicted. I don't think nobody was embezzling from you. Well, it could have. You don't seem like the sharpest tool in the shed. So, but even so, you know, whose fault is that? All right, pardon me. Again, I don't have any remorse for celebrities. I don't really feel bad for them, especially if you're like a a useless celebrity, like who just wants to be in the limelight just to be in the limelight, like you just exist for being passed around by other celebrities. All right, so I got all that done. Had to pay that. Got that shit taken care of. Let me see. Let me see. Well, get on Twitter and look it up. You'll find it in about 13 seconds. It'll take you about 50 seconds to watch it, and you can come back and you can comment on it, right? But yeah, if a hunter, what are you talking about? I told y'all about that. It happened. It happened. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? She looked like she was being arrested. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You want a breakdown? Yeah, it was just like, bro, nobody doing them little hard titties. Like, I'd rather you have be like flat chested and just have some little nips than go get some of them little hard titties. Like, and I'm talking about them titties like you ain't got enough chest area to get the titties, so you got like you don't have enough skin up there because the bitch be too skinny, and so she go get that shit and it's like stretching that skin, so that's why it be that like the little gap that look like a little valley. And ski, 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 a little down the little valley or whatever. Like that shit. No, that happened unknowingly, right? That was not of me deliberately doing that. That happened without my knowledge, and I just happened to have discovered them later on. Yeah. So, but yeah, man, like my whole deal is just like, come on, man, like stop the nonsense. Like y'all be wanting rappers to live what they talk. All any other time y'all want the fucking rappers live what they be talking. That nigga ain't living how you talk. That bitch is not living what she talking about. Right? She's not living what she's talking about. She's talking about I'm sexy doing this and I make the nigga ski. Well, you know what? I don't know. I don't really know what she's talking about. I just know all she talking about is fucking and pussy and all that shit. And if that's the only thing you talk about to not be good at the only thing, like you would at least think that for something that you're talking about, you'd be good. Like, and it's like the second thing that got leaked. So this ain't even the first one that got put out. I remember the other thing I think got put out and they playing the little bump by pussy and shit. They were like, what is that? Like, you know, I know people are you judging and yeah, the bitch put herself out there to be judged. Like you can't expect people just, well, it's okay. Everything you do is okay, and we're not gonna say no. And you're doing some old weirdo shit, right? You think motherfuckers just supposed to co-sign? Everybody's supposed to, well, it's a black woman. Don't you police black woman, Honcho? How dare you? But anyway, yeah, and so let's talk about that. So anyway, like I was saying, everybody drop your favorite tape in the deal. Eve was up there, even though Eve was a short clip. Who else had one? There was a couple other interesting occasions. Black China was hands down the worst. Black China was the worst thing I ever seen in my life. Black China's sex tape made me want to fucking go join a fucking convent. You know what I'm saying? Go join a fucking monastery or some shit. Like, it was terrible. 12. What's the hi, let's see. How are you doing this evening? It's 12. Dre, hard, lame, dry, and unsanitary. I'm with you on that. Bro, like it was just it don't even like, oh my, could you get whiskey? Like that shit look dried up, dog. That shit look like, yeah, KY wasn't helping that coochie. That shit just looked, it was, bro, it just was there. It's just looking like a fucking lump. You know what I'm saying? It was no good. Lovely Miss Holly, how you doing this evening? Uh, Ty, what's the motherfucking deal? Hey, Ty, go waste a minute of your life and watch it. It's a minute of your life you will regret and you'll hate me for it. But hey, at least you'll be a part of the conversation. Delta Echo Golf, what's the motherfucking deal? Yeah, that shit's crazy, right? Like, you need a fucking passport to get from one titty to the other. Like, don't get me wrong, right? I've never, you know, I'm all natural. I prefer some more natural, you know, father time and play with them titties a little bit. You know what I'm saying? They got a little more momentum to them. I'm cool with that. I'm a grown ass man. I'm cool with that. All that no, don't get me wrong, right? You like a nice visual. So I'm saying all this stuff. I'm probably lying, right? I'm pretty sure I'm lying, but it's just I've never dealt with. It's like I don't know because I guess there's different quality ones, right? Because you got some that are that look good, they look titilicious. You know what I'm saying? I like those. Those are some titties. Okay, I can deal with it. But then you got the ones that are just it's the obvious ones for me that I guess cause me the frustration, right? And it's just obvious that that's been an enhancement, right? It's just why you gotta make it obvious? Like I guess I can fuck with the I don't know. Anyway, so I'm going down. Yeah, tittylicious. This is you know what that means. Uh, so I'm just and I'm talking out in my head. It's just titties all over my titties everywhere, all kind of titties, black titties, white titties, Asian titties. Anyway, Mexican titties. It's just titties in my. It's just tittylicious thoughts going through the head as I'm talking about the titties. So you got to appreciate breasts, right? Illusion Trill. What's the motherfucking deal? Um, look, I am a I am not anti. All right, there are a couple of titties I can't deal with, but for the most part, like 94% of titties I can deal with, right? There may be a few of them out there that are just a little different, a little too different for my liking, right? Just they need some milk, right? Something like that. I don't know. It's just some things I've seen things in my day, and yeah. But again, for the most part, I'll take a titty a little bigger than the other one. You know, I don't mind a old long titty. Like I said, this ain't my first rodeo. I'm grown. You know, but yeah, I take all of that over like overly enhanced fabricated breasts, right? So the there's a couple of them little African, them National Geographic titties I got questions about, right? You know, most of them cool. See, and look, anyway, that's a conversation for the Discord, right? Because see, National Geographic give you the ugly African. Well, I won't say the ugly African titties, but they give you the sketchy African titties. So you want the good shit, you gotta know where to go. Because I don't know if y'all remember that Jamie Foxx stand up. He was like, I went to Africa and there was like little packs of Halle Berries everywhere. He's not lying. He is not lying about that statement. Um, but yes, yeah. So, my deal is like and I like to fancy myself an ass man, right? But I think as I've gotten older, I found some balance somewhere. Nothing wrong with a good titty, right? So there's that. Uh oh no, what you why you talking about? Why you talking about? That's terrible. Boo doesn't need some look. Yes. So I went way off track. But yeah, Sexy Red Tape was the worst shit. It was the second, it's second to last in leaked sex tape. And then as far as like female rappers, what all rappers? You got Eve, you got Sexy Red, you got Black China ain't no fucking rapper. I feel like somebody else got leaked. You know what I'm saying? Pepperoni, ah, that's a good one. I want to say the areolas can't be. All right, so like when Wayne, right before he raps, lights his lighter, he flicks the lighter in the booth before he smokes. So I'm gonna start doing before I start going on rants. You know, now that we've got this conversation started, it's not Friday. It's not talking dirty after dark. We haven't done one. We might do one tomorrow. This might count for one by the end of the night. You gotta Titties do have an additional feature that, you know, I don't know. We're going to get into the ass versus. That might be the debate tomorrow. Ass versus tits is probably going to be tomorrow's Talk Dirty After Dark. Now I think about it. Somebody remind me because I'll forget before the end of the stream. But breasts do have some special features that you can appreciate even if you're not primarily a breast man. Areolas are interesting. So I'm going to be cautious about certain things I say because I don't know who he is or isn't watching. But I've had experience with breasts before and after augmentation. Now, not an implant or anything like that, but augmentation. So a reduction or whatever you want to call it, the reshaping, I guess. I don't know if with all augmentation. Augmentation probably covers the whole gambit of things. Uh, and I've seen some that were augmented, right? It's always a little bit of a cushion somewhere. And I've seen some that were augmented, and the nipple just, I mean, the areola was just made to look a little too round and perfecty, right? Give me that little off lopsided. Give me that titty with a little off. I don't want no perfect titty having ass. But look, I don't want them motherfuckers to be perfect. I might poke my eye out or something like that. Look, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need the shit to jiggle around. I need to like, you know what I'm saying? I need to. It's like a one of them fucking stress balls. You feel me? That's what I need, right? Like that shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's just like it's. I don't know, man. The 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 nipple was too. I mean, the areola. Because you said nipple, the areola was like too round. I was like, I remember this titty before augmentation, and I appreciate the pre-augmentation titty. You know, I appreciate the titty period, but the pre-augmentation titty was in its natural habitat doing what a natural titty should do. You know what I mean? But women can't be satisfied with keeping well enough as is. Got to go alter the titty. Not a titty. Yeah, you like it. It's cool. But me personally, I would revert the titty back to pre-augmentation status. So that is where that's where I would say, right? Um Yeah. So, like, when it comes to the nipple itself, though, so there's different types of nipples. And you know, you do have the more rigid braille titties, like you mentioned, but then you have some like almost no nipple titties, right? You almost have some like no nipple titties, and those are weird to me. Or like I guess like the nipples are almost so soft they're almost non-existent. Have you ever seen like some kind of like sunken nipple titties? I've always wondered how they always seem like real soft. I don't know. But they're different. There's so many varieties and flavors in the world, right? Like, you know, and y'all expect men to just not go out there and sell. That's, you know, women are selfish, right? Women appreciate titties too. Y'all came up off the titty just like we did. So y'all appreciate the titty just as much as we do, right? Y'all see other women like, oh, she has a nice pair of breasts. What a nice rack. Look at her. Look at that bitch pushing her titties all out. She thinks she's perky and supple. I hate her, you know. That's why y'all go out and get the augmentations and shit. Trying to be fucking 20 again, right? But neither here nor there. Um, yeah. So we all appreciate a good titty. Right? They making flavor titties? I don't know. Yeah, I want titty classic. Like, look, you know, like what they say, they got the you got the new Pepsi and the classic Cokes. You know what I'm saying? You know, the Pepsi for the new generation. Classic Coke ass nigga. You feel me? Uh, yeah, they got flavored titties. I mean, that's like you got chocolate titties. Uh, I think the Hispanic is more of like a caramel type flavor. I guess depending on the range, you would say. Um, I've never dealt with Asian titties, so I don't know. Right? I don't. At least full blooded that I know, possibly, but I don't know. I don't ever think I've dealt with uh Gojira titties. Anyway, so couple of things. you know, so it's just see now I got to think about all the wonderful titties. Anyway, get back to Sexy Red and that terrible tape. It was trash. And again, like y'all talk about rappers living what they rap. That nigga ain't a gangster. That bitch ain't even a good hoe. Like, you ain't even selling a nigga the shit. You ain't even making a nigga think you doing something. Like, you just there. And the thing is, you getting filmed. Like, this looks to be relatively recent, right? That you getting some kind of attention or something going on. And so you blowing up, you the situation you putting yourself in, right? And you don't do anything. But anyway, we was talking about it earlier, and shout out to was it Wise Man? I think Wise Man said it earlier. But she didn't like fucked up the bag. You know what I'm saying? She didn't fucked up the bag because like if all else, if your career died like today, you'd have about a week to sign up with some adult entertainment company and sell your tape. But now, ain't nobody want to see that shit. You don't want to see your bogus ass tape. Like we've already seen what you're working with for real, and it's just boring. Nobody said, "Oh, Sexy Red sex tape is out." You couldn't pay me to watch that motherfucker. I gave it a chance. I tried to be fair. I'm saying, "Oh, this bitch talk all this wild talk. Let me see this bitch." But this bitch halfway by with shit. I already knew it because again, it's a hood rap. Like just because you will fuck don't mean you can fuck, right? And that's what a lot of that's. Anyway, anyway, yeah. So it's motherfuckers who will do stuff and think they doing something, they're really not doing nothing. Well, I ain't doing shit. And they're like, what the fuck, Hunter? You just gonna eat the pizza? Yeah, I'm gonna eat the pizza. I need this shit to digest before midnight. Well, before I start my fast, so I can eat a little shitty today. I've been doing good pretty much this week. I've been cooking a lot more. I'm actually been proud of myself. I haven't been eating out too much. This is my. This is the only time I ate out this week, I believe. Yeah, so I ain't complaining. But I'm I'm gonna eat this fucking pizza fast throughout the weekend. We'll see where we're at on Monday. But anyway, yeah, it's the word. It's like I might have actually gave her bonus points if she would have had a good show. That whole makes the worst music ever, and she kind of looked like a motherfucking young thug. I really can fuck though. Can't even say that shit. Right. It just looked like it just seemed like everybody involved was just not having an enjoyable experience. You know what I'm saying? It was just it was like some old forced looking ass shit. Like, all right, let's do this just in case it gets bad. We'll drop a sex tape. But that's what I'm saying. You don't even got that to fall back on now because, like, shit, everybody sees like that bitch can't fuck. Anybody want to see a Sexy Red sex tape, right? And I don't even think sexy is always just an appearance, right? It's not just an appearance. Hold on. Pardon me. I am just about to fucking shit. That bitch be, I don't know. It'll be dropping. But sexy is not necessarily an appearance. It's a, it's a state of being, right? It's the way you kind of carry yourself, or maybe in a certain situation, how you carry yourself. Sex appeal, whatever you want to call it. There is nothing about this broad in any way, form, or fashion that insinuates sexy. Definitely not sultry. Not alone. Classic sexy kind of way. Like I don't even think people know what sexy means. Sexy has gotten conflated with slutty, right? There's a difference. Sexy is you generate interest, you might get a little attention. You generate curiosity, a wonder and interest, things like that. But slutty's like, hey, that bitch is a whore. I can fuck that bitch. Like, that's what you think. It's a big difference, right? Like, it's like, man, that bitch look good. That bitch fine. Damn, I wonder if I got a shot with that bitch. That's the difference between sexy and get this fucking whore. Look at this dirty cum bucket. Fucking skeezer. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the difference. So there's more slutty women today than sexy. And I mean, like, even when it's like business casual or business attire, there's a certain group of women don't know the difference between business attire and club attire. Like, etiquette schools are missed. Etiquette schools are really missed, and that shit ain't never coming back. You gonna tell me how to act? You can't tell me what to do. Like, anyway, so this is how we're gonna rock. I'm opening the line here in just a second. Well, we can do a line, or we can go with StreamYard again. The choice is up to you guys. What I is gonna do, I'll eat this last slice of pizza, right? Do that. Steal something. I'm gonna be honest. I listen with the sound not even that high. Like, I don't know what she said. Mm-hmm. No, I don't remember what she was on. Oh, oh, you probably don't want to put dictionary in front of it because urban is going to be the thing that activates it's the command that activates it, and then whatever you put behind that is going to look it up. So yeah. Um. Yeah, man. Look, hey, let me tell y'all something. All right, let me tell y'all women something. Look, we did. So yeah, since we talking about sex, we're gonna talk about what really is sexy real quick and what ain't sexy. Then I'm gonna open up the line. The women, y'all don't get to have an opinion because it's the den. Y'all swear I don't let y'all have opinion about nothing. So I'm some type of female oppressor. I suppress the woman from having thoughts in the den. If you listen to some of the ladies in the den, you would swear this is what's taking place. But I do nothing but appreciate and validate the opinions of the wonderful women of the den because I appreciate them so much for allowing me to be a part of their world. But instead, they attack me. They attack the other men in the den. We do nothing but, you know, offer our innermost heartfelt gratitude and advice and support for the lovely women of them. But then they turn around and they stab us. They don't stab us in the back, stab you in the neck. They'll stab you in the face. That's how cold hearted the women of the den are. They swear we're bad, but we do nothing but show them love, right? Oh, speaking of bad women in the den, Big Ron, how you doing? So y'all tell me what y'all want to do. Y'all want to do the phone line? Y'all want to do the Denline? Or y'all want to do the stream, y'all? While y'all drop that in the chat, we're going to talk about what sexy is and what sexy ain't, right? And I know you're going to say, well, Huncho, everybody's not going to agree with you, Huncho, because everybody has different opinions of what sexy is. So who are you, Huncho, to tell people what sexy is? You don't know everything. I know. I fucking know. All right? This is my fucking opinion. These are my opinions about what sexy is and what sexy ain't, right? You have to pardon me. Like, so I have to drink bottles of water, the entire bottle at the time. It started off as a young age. like seeing if I could do it. I wonder if I could drink the whole bottle of water. And now it became a habit. So if I drink water, I drink the whole thing right then. All right. So I see. We have a vote for the yard for the stream yard. Okay. Um. So sexy again. Difference between sexy and slutty. Heidi's here. Heidi, your favorite artist. You already know. Um. The difference between sexy and what is sexy and what ain't sexy. There's a spectrum, and it's a fine area that you have to hit to be sexy, right? Because there's, let's start on this side, prudish, you can be kind of cool, friendly, whatever you want to call it. Then like sexy, then like right, like sexy like this big of a window. It's like a small window right here. It's like the sexy window, right? All these other things have like big windows. Sexy like this window, and then filthy fucking whore, right? Right here. I mean, you just sexy, filthy fucking whore. It's that. It's like that. Um, so you got to be real careful. You got to be extremely careful as far as how you carry yourself. So sexy to me means you leave a bit of mystery, right? You don't let it all hang out, even though you may be a brick house, right? You leave a little bit of curiosity for the mind. Sexy doesn't give you the complete picture. It leaves you wanting more. It leaves you craving. It leaves you extremely interested, right? Sexy makes you lust, but not, let me not say not an emotional, because it can be, but not in the same way that, you know, slutty, dirty whore makes you lust. That's just like, get your rocks off. Don't give a fuck about this bitch. The sex makes you want to linger a little bit, right? It's an appeal, it's an attraction to it. There's not really an attraction to the slutty. It's more like a purpose. Well, I'm like, this whore will let me put my phallus in her mouth without question and not think twice about it. Like, you can tell, mostly. But then you got the ones that you like. I wonder if that fine woman would let me put my phallus in her mouth. I would be extremely pleased if she did, right? So, like, there's a difference, right? Not saying that the outcome physically isn't necessarily the same. There's a mental aspect of it that is significantly different. So, we're going to open up the lines. One second, let me get the right notebook. Starting to keep track of things. It's a sauce notebook, so I can't write this. Got too much sauce. No, those of you fucking sauce. I'm bringing the sauce sounds. Even though Texas stole, you know, my super chat sounds and used them for their touchdown sound. I'm gonna let them have it. But we know where it came from, right? I mean, when I say they stole the sauce, they stole that sauce, boy. Oh, stop dead. The den book is over there. Give me just a second. And I'm going to let me go ahead and take it in. Actually, So I hope y'all are having a good day. How is life treating you? Wonderful, lovely people today. Well, I hope for most of you. We- Like this big fat. We don't have that. It's like, I forgot what password I even fucking need. Oh yeah. Oh, oh. All right. So yeah, again, disgusting, terrible, nasty. So when I do open the conversation up, a couple of things. I want to know what you think sexy is. I want to know if you've watched the tape or the clip. My shit was a clip. Like, you know, tapes ain't even tapes no more. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, Pam Anderson gave us a real tape. Was it Pam Anderson? Was it Pam Anderson? Pam Tommy? Yeah. Pam Anderson gave us a real tape. That shit was a feature length movie. They're already making music albums and songs shorter. Now they're making the sex tape shorter. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers lazy, bro. It's easier to do shit now more than ever. They want to do less. Lazy ass motherfucker. That's what I'm saying. You know, that's entertainment ain't worth the fuck no more. But this is where we are. All right, cool. And this other thing, and I'll drop the link in the cord disc, or not the Discord, the chat. Shout out. So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I was telling y'all yesterday, people were mad. I say, why when women get liberated, the first thing they want to do is get naked. They get freedom. That's all they do. They want to get naked. You naked in your house, goddamn. All right. Ooh, look at you. You the gambler. You over there balling out of control. I don't know what you guys have been talking about. I like me a filthy ass whoever now. What the hell is wrong with you, Ashley? Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, so I think there's a big difference, right? I think there's a significant difference between sexy and what we get today, right? Like even to an extent, probably right up until and even probably before that, but let's say up until the point I think she wore those seashell nipples that little Kim you could say at one point used to be sexy, right? Then she got real weird because she was rapping all this crazy stuff, but she wasn't necessarily. She would dress very revealing, but the motherfuckers now, They literally just get butt naked and fucking nobody cares. Like, let me say this, and it is. I mean, I don't. I would love for somebody to prove me wrong on this. And when I'm saying this, I'm speaking primarily of black female entertainers, right? And it makes me sad though, because it used to be different. But what black female entertainer mainstream is not basically paraded around like a prostitute on stage? Like, you worth all this money, you're not dressing like Oprah. Just like they promote them as like these high class. And look, if a lot of them follow behind that stuff, and we talk about it in here, and I know people disagree with a lot of things, and they think oh, Huncho's being this way. Like, I like to always keep my mind, uh, say woke, but aware. Like, I've learned a whole lot since being in the den, and so now I don't put anything past anybody. Like, I've lived enough life to know that you can't, like, it's crazy, right? So my whole deal is that you got these people who they just want to be this way, and they promote it, and they let, and the people in the streets follow it. They copy, and it's sad because they all do it. Like, so, well, what about Beyonce? Well, she does it to an extent too, right? And so, yeah, you know what I mean. Again, I didn't see her get her stomach pumped, right? I don't know if that's true. I mean, I need to see documentation, right? But again, I wouldn't put it past her. I wouldn't be surprised, right? It's exactly, allegedly. Y'all, y'all putting rumors on such a classy woman like Little Kim. I can't believe that y'all would even insinuate such preposterous ideologies about a black queen. I thought y'all was supposed to stick together. Um, so yeah, you want in on the conversation. I'll keep the yard up for a little bit. If nobody fucks with the yard for a little bit, then I will revert to the phone. But the yard link is pinned at the top of stream. If you get on the yard link, you'll get your ass on camera. So yeah, it is very crazy because the thing about it's like nobody cares. It doesn't matter. Like, does that even increase sales? Like, what benefit does a sex tape have for an artist? Does it? I mean, does it really benefit a female artist? In what way? Is it going to make more women go out and buy her album because she has a sex tape? Is it going to make more men want to go out and buy her music because she has a sex? Like, no. Like, dropping a sex tape, especially when you have a decent career going, uh, depending on how you define that, right? Let's be cautious. But dropping a sex tape right now at this point in your career, nothing is beneficial about that. You're not serving yourself in any capacity. Now, again, like I mentioned earlier, if this was towards the end of her career and the little shitty songs that she makes were no longer working out, or people are starting to get tired of the same repetitive nonsense, the behavior is kind of drowned out. And actually, I think people like the Sexyy Reds are necessary because they do serve a purpose. They push things forward to a point where enough people are going to eventually get tired of what's going on and want to deviate, separate themselves from that behavior. So what you're going to see is eventually start to see is a hard divide. And there's going to be people that say, we're not fucking with this because now that behavior has really opened our eyes to see the things that are associated with it and what's really going on. So they're going to, step away. They're going to step aside. They're going to be like, no, it's not going to fuck with it. But the people who do are going to continue to do so at their own detriment. But the people who do are also the people who probably procreate significantly more, and especially now that in a lot of places you can no longer hit the reset button, if you will. You can no longer use late term birth control, if you will. Um, it's going to be a lot of situations that are going to come forward, and idiocracy is going to be expedited, right? Because it's the stupid people that have the most children. So it's going to be more of the Sexyy Reds of the world having these kids, while the people who say, you know what, we ain't fucking with this, we on this side, they'll be living well, they'll be doing fine, but eventually the bottom feeders, the scum buckets, and the scum bucket sympathizers will outnumber the decent people. And then they're going to start spilling over into, their area, I mean, whatever, or causing havoc, trouble, and problems because the people who think differently are probably going to be more well put together, have things in a better fashion, or have obtained them by, legal means, as opposed to the ratchet reds over here who are, anything goes, fucking with the hoes. Like, I need to do to my kid, need a new daddy. Like, everybody thinks it's funny and fine, but shit like that, that kid's fucked, right? This is a mother. This is the mother of a child. Like, does anybody think about him and what's going on with him? No. Nobody cares about that fucking kid. Nobody cares until something bad happens. It's like, oh, why? There's motherfuckers who sit here and believe that Sexyy Red is an adequate mother, right? Like, that's ridiculous. It's preposterous because there are many Sexyy Reds. Shit, the hood full of Sexyy Reds, right? And when I say that, I'm talking about the mothering quality. Like, terrible. Right. So, you yeah, she has kids. She was singing that damn song in the car with her kid one time. No, no. She was singing the what? Don't save her. She had a wig off in the car with a kid on the thing, looking crazy as shit, looking like a random hood roach. So, yeah, there's that, right? And that's the thing, man. It's terrible. It's very unfortunate. It's crazy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're not all female artists. Like I won't say all female. All big celebrity black female artists basically are a few inches short of being strippers. They're strippers who can sing. So like you got to be able to sing and strip at the same time. Otherwise, you're not going to make it in the industry, right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I did see that too. See, that's the only thing I did, folks. She's like, yeah, she wanted Trump back, right? Them niggas got mad. Oh, you want Trump back? Fuck you, bitch. That's probably the only thing yeah, you can't say that because now you probably hurt your album sales because it's still a bunch of them low brain cell niggas. Trump, Trump, and just start going retarded. Like I get it. It's weird shit, right? Suki is you know, Suki a weirdo too. I showed you that video where she was talking about she sold her soul to the devil. She's crying. She said she put that shit out like 2019. She was talking about she was crying that she sold her soul to the devil. Now she being forced to do a bunch of shit. But what do? Eventually, you have to accept the shit, right? This is my life now. This is what I did. Human beings are very malleable. You put a motherfucker in a situation long enough, they're gonna bold, they're gonna adapt to it, and they're gonna do that. So, you know, I don't think people really get the level of spiritism You can call it devil worship. You can call it whatever you want to. That is hand in hand with the music, right? She was on Jerry Springer before. Oh yeah, she a real ratchet trash bucket. That's a prostitute. She's a prostitute. Like, and when I say prostitute, it's not even about like selling the pussy, but that's probably on the menu, I'm sure. But when I say prostitute, I mean like anything for a buck. You know, this motherfucker, I'll do anything for a buck. Like, that's a weird, like, the motherfucker tell you that, you got to be very careful, right? The person says, I'll do anything for. Like, yeah, how about that, buddy? You know, and so you got to watch yourself. You same motherfucker will rob you for a buck. You got a little bit more than they do. They'll do anything for a buck. Um, but yeah, she basically puts herself out there any kind of way. Suki, Sexyy Red, and the gang, all the rest of them, right? So it's like here we are, here we go again. It's the same old shit. Oh, just a different day. Uh-huh. She look like every nigga that's in rap under the age of 30 in the last 5 years. Maybe under 32. I don't know. But again, like I said, I could get into it. And I mean it's obvious why she's doing it, right? Because let's be honest, I've told y'all everything you need to know. More women like that accessorize, the more extra shit they put on, the more they're trying to hide and cover up. And so generally they do the most. They're always doing shit, doing stuff to try to keep from, you know, thinking about whatever it is that has pushed them into this behavior. Not realizing that by you continuing the behavior, you're making it worse. And now, you're just a self fulfilling prophecy. But other than that, it's a lot of self hate. You know, it, they'll say people like me who speak on issues like this are the ones who have self hate. But in reality, it's the people who put the extensive Eurocentric hair on the heads, even though they're not of European descent. It's the ones who put the most outrageous stoplight colors in their fucking head. Um, these non-natural colors, especially not natural to your background, your ethnic background. It's those people are the ones that hate themselves, right? They do all extra shit to their faces. They put on all kind of shit. They scribble all over. They feel like, you got a hard time selling me that you think you're an attractive person and you tattooing your face up. Like, you got a hard time selling me. Like, once you start crossing into this region, like up to the neckline, anything above that, yeah, that's not funny, bone. That shit was not funny. Anything above that, I start feeling like you got some self esteem issues, right? Like that's crazy. But so that's the thing about it. It's just like it's a situation where you just you hate to see it because this behavior, this stuff, it encourages, you know, young women to hate themselves more and more because what it is, you see these women doing all this celebratory bullshit, partying and doing all this shit, but the shit that they're literally afraid to do, if you took away all those accessories and all that shit, they wouldn't go out in public. Like, if there was no so shout out to Illusion, right? Illusion always refers to when the lights go out. I can't wait till the lights go out myself. Because see, shout out to Mr. Illusion. He created a very good topic. And he doesn't even know it yet. We have a topic about when the lights go out. Because all this shit, I still ain't get the end book. I'll just write it in a minute. Because when the lights go out, everybody else is going to be scampering for resources, food, shelter, ammunition, water, first aid supplies, you know, things like that, right? The demo is gonna be running around, kicking in fucking the Asian beauty supply stores trying to steal wigs and weaves, right? The glue and all that. That's I promise you this. Look, mark my words. If we ever, which we probably will soon, if we ever go through an extinction level event and shit hits the fan, I guarantee you this. I guarantee you this. Early in the early on stages, while everybody else is out scampering for supplies and things to live and sustain, you're gonna see a lot of black women breaking into hair stores. I promise you. You're like, how you talk crazy? They gonna know the fuck there. I guarantee you that there will be a significant amount of it. You're gonna see them roving in packs like wild fucking hyenas. And they'll be breaking in stores, stealing hair glue, wigs, the track, Yaki number 13, like all that shit. They're gonna be in there getting all the fucking shit out the weave store, right? All the beauty supplies, all that. They're gonna steal the little slippers. They're still all the little colored slippers and shit. You know what I'm saying? And they gonna be fighting and balling over that, exerting energy and all that shit. While everybody else gonna be getting ahead, getting it. And you know, I'll tell you then, fellas. Look, I love my black women. I love y'all. Y'all are wonderful, amazing, most. I love y'all. But be honest, when the lights go out, fellas, probably want to get you like if you want to talk ranking, you probably want to get your Hispanic woman first, then an Asian. Uh, Being here in America, we can get you maybe an African, fresh African, not like second generation African. Might be all right. After that, you can get you a white woman if she's from the country. You can win with that. That's actually a good asset to have. But for all you niggas who fucking with these city girls, y'all might as well off yourself now. You might as well call a rap like if you when the lights go out, you fucking with a city girl, that bitch ain't gonna be nothing but a burden, bro. She's going to get you erased. Fresh Asian, yeah, they gonna cook that shit up though. That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I say. You gonna get you a. But here's the thing: why I say you get you a Hispanic one because they'll do heavy labor, right? If she ain't styled, count me out, baby. Like y'all think I'll be playing like I can't do nothing with no frail bitch. If she ain't styled, you gotta count me out, baby. Look, I need you to help me, motherfucking move this kitchen table. Shit, I can't wait. I can't wait to call my partner. Look, get over there, bitch. Get on that side. I got the majority of it. Just keep the feet off the fucking ground so we ain't scuffing the shit. That's all I need. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get 85% of this shit. Just don't let it slip. Just be the guy, whatever. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna be the bitch gonna be worried about her nails. She can't get her nails done. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna be looking for every Asian woman she see out. No, wow, Kim So Young, you do my nails? The Asian woman go, yeah, yeah. And they gonna rob y'all for all your resources, right? It's gonna be ugly out there. She ain't gonna be prepared. She ain't gonna know how to act. She gonna be fucked up about the weave. She ain't gonna want to be seen. You're gonna lose a bonnet and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of shit you're gonna have to deal with that nonsense. That's what you want to deal with. That's what you want to fucking deal with. I'm trying to like I'm joking, but I'm serious. You feel me? Y'all better stop worrying about these overly the look. Y'all better stop worrying about these bitches. These bitches, if she wear what's that shit contoured makeup and shit like multiple days out the week, and it's like a necessity. I don't know, man. That's going you got to weigh that. That's like a 15-point negative. Now again, if she's stout, she's gonna get like a 30-point bonus. You got to be stout. She ain't stout, count me out, right? Um, so you can kind of negate some of that because if she got a nice low center of gravity. You know what I'm saying? Look, Keisha gonna get you killed, bro. And Keisha gonna get you killed without even the extinction level of it. The lights can stay on. Keisha gonna get you killed. She definitely gonna get you killed when the lights go out because she gonna want to start a fight because she in a bad mood. Like, and again, you gonna be trying to hide from motherfuckers. She gonna want to get loud. Why you ignoring me? And then bitch, pop out, you dead, right? So like I'm joking, but I'm fucking serious. I don't know. I said we was gonna talk about ass versus titties tomorrow night in the Talking Dirty After Dark, but we might have to talk about when the lights go out because we've been supposed to have some different type of conversation. And we haven't had more of the I would call it conspiracy theory talk, more of the what's out there. Uh what I said, what I used to call them Saturdays, supernatural Saturdays, things that are just kind of different. But yeah, we might have to talk about when the lights go out. When the lights go out, a lot of shit's gonna happen, and I'm curious to know what you guys think. I don't even go out. What do you mean? I was at the game this weekend. I go out. I go places. Went to a few Astros games this season. Went to a Dynamo game. I go out to eat on occasion. Like what? How out do I need to be? Venture around town. Took a couple of little Texas trips. You know. What do you mean going out? I go in and out. Anyway, yeah. Women love it. Mhm. But look, I'm not gonna say anything. Oh, I'm not gonna say anything. Heidi. I love you, Heidi. You're my friend. I think. I'm still wondering if you're extremely high level artificial intelligence, but I guess. But I guess that means if Heidi is extremely high level artificial intelligence, that's a good thing for men in the future because they can take that level of artificial intelligence and they can put it in the robot bodies. I don't know if y'all seen the robot bodies with the faces and stuff now, and they can create actual funny women. I'm on to something here, right? We're talking about evolution right now. So I'm gonna make one last statement. We're gonna talk about Sexyy Red. I'm gonna open up the thing. I see y'all don't want to get on the StreamYard, so I guess I'll open up the phone line. Because y'all are afraid of the StreamYard. All right. I forgot what the fuck I said I was gonna ask. Anyway, definitely going out. You don't want too much weight on that. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Who is the funniest female comedian in your opinion? Y'all drop that in the chat. Why y'all drop that in the chat? I'll cut off the Streamlabs and not StreamYard. I'll switch it over to the Denline, and we'll take some calls. And this should be a very interesting conversation. See, y'all just want to sit here and look at me be on it. Y'all afraid of getting on camera. It's all right. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You know you don't want to get on the camera. I understand. It's fine. It's fine. It's a okay. Y'all don't want to get on the Stream Yard. I made it easy for you. All you gotta do is click the link, get on the Stream Yard, talk to your boy. But y'all don't want to do that. Okay. I understand. It's okay. It's not a problem. Who am I gum? I'm gonna switch up another line. I'm gonna think of the call. Why y'all drop who your all time favorite female comedian is? I got another question. I got a second question for you, right? What is your favorite gum? It could be bubble gum, it could be chewing gum, it could be whatever gum, it could be nicotine gum, for all I give a fuck. Funniest female comedian in your opinion, and your favorite flavor gum. While y'all are dropping that in the chat, let me see. There is the Denline. I still got to work on getting a good like. So I told y'all like I didn't do much of shit today. I ain't even gonna lie. But yesterday I was trying to do the fucking deadline and the bullshit ass shit. I'm like, you want to talk to one of our sales? No, I don't want to talk to the fucking sales. I just want to get the fucking deadline. Like, why can't I pay him down? Why? Like, what are you gonna tell me? Like, it's a button that says buy now. I clicked the buy now button. It was like, oh, well, instead of buying now, just talk to one of our sales agents and they can help you. Which, but how can you help me with the purchase? You're gonna pull the fucking card out of my pocket and swipe it? Like, I'm right here ready to buy the shit. And you fucking gonna make me do extra stuff. Like, and I don't want to get it. I don't want to get it now because I don't want to do the extra fucking steps to get the shit, right? And then the other thing that I want, it doesn't have the fucking features and integrations that I want to implement so I can I can do the shit I want to fucking do. It's pissing me off, right? It's fucking pissing me off. So there's that. There's that whole thing. There's my mini rant about whatever the fuck I was just ranting about. Yeah, so I gotta find a different line. I want to be just terrible about everything. Right there. Make sure that like button is free. Free 99. All right. All right. So let me see what y'all talking about. And I'm gonna cut the line on. The alert today, I got it yesterday. I think I got it yesterday. Did I get it today? I don't know. I believe it was yesterday. Yeah, I got it yesterday. Well, Michelle, you didn't get it because you work for the government. Uh, Dita Gamma got her alert on colored people time. So shit, the shit gonna go down. Then you gonna get your shit a day late. This shit, everybody gonna be dead. Your shit gonna go off. You're gonna be waiting for the alert, watching TV or something. They're gonna be like, damn, it's a bomb. You gonna go outside, everybody gonna be dead. That's the case. Just make sure you know. Take my ashes and throw them out in the ocean if it's not too radiated. Let's see what y'all need to talk. Cheryl Underwood. Cheryl Underwood. Cheryl Underwood. I'm such a fucking lady. Or is that the other one? Joan Rivers was hilarious. Joan Rivers. I did not realize how funny Joan Rivers was until she's pretty much dead. Takara Williams. I don't think I've ever heard anything from Takara Williams. Let's see, I don't know if it used to be Monique. Why is Monique not funny? Why is Monique not funny? No more to you, Dita Gamma. So it's Cheryl Underwood now. Roderick, you beefing with you. Lunell. All time. Whoop. Whoop, motherfucker Goldberg. Miss Bill, I'm just starting to think you got like a hat. All the names of black people you know in it just crumpled up on little pieces of paper. And I'm feeling like you just drawing random black names. But Whoopi fucking Goldberg. Whoopi ain't been funny since Sister Act 1. Oh, now that you say, I think I might know who it is. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about now. Mhm. I think I know. Now you said I don't know nothing about a comedy, but now the name and then the phrase thickness does put two and two together. All right, so Roseanne needs some Ambien. Do, 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 do. All right, so y'all in there. So ain't nobody don't nobody like gum. I mean, I'm the only motherfucker. No, I didn't say favorite guns. Favorite bread. It's not that kind of stream, Heidi. Keisha bashing, yeah. Hey, so is it okay to call a white woman a Karen if she calls herself a Karen? Like, I don't even use that term like that. I think it's kind of a goofy thing. You're Karen. Like, I'm calling somebody a name that's been around for years. Look at her. Like, see, you niggas done been played, bro. I'm, I'm telling you how savvy white. I know I said I'm going to open up the line. But this is one of those evenings in the day. Y'all just got to deal with me a little bit. I'm going to open up the line. I promise. I've been talking for a long time. I might not. We'll see. But y'all, I just got thoughts. I got to get them out. I got a lot going on. I just got to get these thoughts out. So, white women are super savvy. Gum, gum, like chewing gum, chewing gun, bubble gun. Do you like bubble guns? Some people do like bubble guns, but I'm speaking of bubble gum and chewing gum. Um, but yeah, so white women are super savvy, bro. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Let me tell you why white women outdo niggas at their own game, right? And niggas don't even know that shit. See, niggas like to play victim. Niggas love to play victim. White women can out victim any nigga and win, right? Unless she's caught on camera, depending on when she's caught on camera. Um, but no. But see, niggas thought they were savvy, but well, we're the only culture that took a racial slur and we appropriated into a term of endearment. Look at us. The white women have claimed the Karen. Yeah, I'm being a Karen right now, but you're just gonna have to deal with it. But next thing you know, they're gonna be riding around the streets. What up, my Karen? Like they didn't took they appropriate. They're calling themselves Karen. They don't give a fuck about that shit, right? Like, and who in their right mind? And I don't know. We do live in a fragile-minded world. Like we do. So I don't know. But who in their right mind really feels like it is effective? Like you've done it. You've lived your life's mission. You called a white woman a Karen to her face. Like, do you think that really is like about 7 years of oppression being called Karen? I can't deal. It's like this is a relatively new term. That's not like this shit gonna sting like your average soft nigga when they hear nigger with the hard ER. Oh, they fucking pass out. They can't. Did you hear what they said? They said with the hard ER, I'm gonna punch him. And no, then they go to jail, right? Like this type of shit they be on. Uh, so like white women have taken the Karen shit and they taking that shit and running with it. I told y'all the other day I was at work. I was on the phone. Called a Karen on the line, and she called herself. Oh, you know what? I've been dealing with this all day, and today you're the one. You're just gonna have to deal with me. And you know what? I'm gonna be a Karen today because I've been trying to get this solved. And I'm just like, all right, In my head, I'm laughing like a motherfucker. I'm like, this is why she called herself a Karen. I mean, so like, 'cause you know how you have the white people that always say, well, you use it. Is it okay for me to use it? Like, can I get a Karen pass? Is it okay for me to say it? Like, is it okay, like, to use? Are people really offended? No. You know what I mean? But yeah, so Again, nobody cares about it. White women are not really truly upset about being Karen. They're embracing it. Like white women look at Karen. I'm trying to tell y'all, white women out niggas. Y'all gonna hear me when I'm saying this shit. Y'all just start paying attention when I tell y'all stuff. I don't say stuff like I say a lot of shit jokingly, but if you really be listening, it be true. You know how like a black person will be like, I'm gonna have a nigga moment. That's how white women are embracing the Karen shit. Like, I'm about to have a Karen moment. Like, and it's just a upper level Caucasian energy blast. You know what I'm saying? And that's just all it is. Just like the same thing with niggas. You just an uncontrollable, emotional Negro energy blast, and whatever outcome happens from it, uh, generally bad because it's uncontrolled. Is now defined as a nigga moment, right? So yeah. Keisha, look, look. Karen will nag you to death, right? Keisha gonna shoot you, nigga. Right? Keisha gonna shoot you because she think you cheat. You ain't even doing nothing. You at the house on the game. You know what I'm saying? Keisha over there watching Tubi movies with all the plots and twists in them, and now she think you up to some shit. You know what I'm saying? You on the game, you got the headset on, you ain't hear the phone ring. Now she came and kicked your door in and shot you because she think you up to some shit. Keisha got issues, right? Keisha mama used to be on drugs. Okay, so I'm just trying to warn you. All right, let me stop the nonsense, Dave. Let me get this line open. I know y'all are just dying to just call in and talk about Sexyy Red not being sexy. I'm living it. Let me put this thing on. See what I'm saying? Like that's what I be talking about too. We're fucking all indoctrinated. And they got us. No, they got me. I fucking just sing the fucking random the shit I did. I do it all the time. I did the other day on stream. Just randomly humming the goddamn McDonald's song for no fucking reason. I don't want no fucking McDonald's. Not even thinking about McDonald's. It just randomly happens, right? Because they got you. We got them. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
You know it's Belle.
Belle. Belle who?
The one that had you on mute earlier and didn't realize it. Sorry, I had to go to the doctor's today and get a shot.
Oh, no.
So I'm not at my best.
What kind of shot did you get?
Steroids.
Oh, you lifting weights?
Huh?
You lifting weights?
No. Allergies.
You lifting allergies?
No. 4 allergies.
So you got a shot to get allergies?
Good God, child. No, I had to take steroids because my allergies are that bad that it's messing everything up.
The allergies are like causing a mess in the house?
Huh? No. Just because they're overreacting from the fall weather and seasons changing and shit.
Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. So we're talking about Sexyy Red. I know Pound Town is one of your favorite songs, Miss Bell. We've established that
Sure.
fact.
We'll go with
But
that for tonight.
she's a visual display of her in action was allegedly leaked. It's out there. Who knows if it was leaked, done, or deliberately. Do you think that sex tapes are beneficial to the careers of entertainers?
They were, but they're not anymore. Sidebar, Kenneth, I'm not popping perks. I don't do drugs. Second of all, I need to correct you. Women, I don't. But, want to correct you. We don't bash you and stab you. We just try to correct where you've made a mistake.
That's where you're wrong because I never make mistakes. So that's where the correction is incorrect. So it becomes bashing. Now, if I was wrong, it would be correction, but I'm never wrong. So now it's bashing.
Are we looking at narcissistic personality disorder here?
I don't know what that means. Sounds like
Then look it
Italian to
up
me.
because you've got a notepad.
Writing and stuff. Uh-uh.
Yeah, this med makes me funny, but a couple of days I'll be fine. Anyway, as far as what you were talking about TNA, I got no comment on it because guys think differently than women do. So whatever you feel is correct, that's fine. Now, what was the next thing on the list that you were going down?
Female comedians. You said something about Whoopi Gold. Let's address the elephant in the room.
Yeah, back in the day. I'm talking about way before she hit The View and became a political puppet. I'm talking about like when she was back doing, I think it was it Comic Aid or something to do with like the comedians and, you know, helping them out. It was her and Robin Williams and Billy Crystal, and then they had a bunch of different HBO specials in order to help the comedians out. That's actually how I got to realize who she was.
So I'm gonna ask
That
you a
was even
question.
before she dated Ted Danson.
I'm gonna ask you a question. So this is the thing. And
Mm-hmm.
when I ask this question, everybody in the chat is going to think of the answer, right? And
I'm
everybody's
sure.
to know the answer. So you're saying
Okay.
that Whoopi Goldberg is your favorite female comedian?
Not of all time. I mean, if I had to make a choice of some of the things she said, yeah, I definitely have to say overall she's probably one of the better ones.
Okay. So,
I can't off the top think of a female. My favorite is George Carlin.
okay. All right. Well, for female, everybody who has a quote unquote favorite comedian or
That's
likes
it.
a
Comic
comedian,
relief.
comic well,
Thank you, Doug.
they have a joke that they remember. What is Whoopi's joke for you?
I don't remember the joke, but I remember that by the end of the show,
Whoopi Goldberg is not a comedian that you like that much.
It was just something that mattered to me. I don't really have a per se. I like you had mentioned Joan Rivers. I kind of liked her. Monique, Roseanne, Melissa McCarthy. It's been a while since I've really done a lot of the good happy genre.
Well, okay, one, you got to start watching happy stuff. But two,
yeah, that's why I watched Sunil over the weekend and laughed my ass off.
But here's the thing: like when it comes to comedy, I think anybody who says that's a comedian I really like, there's a joke that resonates with them from that comedian, and that's the reason they like them. Even if they may not remember their whole shtick or their whole stand up, there's usually something like that. There's a memory of that comedian that's anchored to a memory of a joke that they said, and that's generally why they like them. And I'm not saying again, so that's why I asked about.
No, and I completely get where you're going with that. And one of the things that I always remember is that within her comedy, she always made you think about. It was funny, but it was always deep. And even though it was funny on the surface, the stuff that she was talking about was relatively deep. And certain comedians can do that. They'll go really deep talking about cancer, talking about this, talking about that. But you're able to have that laugh on the surface. But you also know that they understand some of the deeper stuff that's available. That's where a lot of the comedians get their stuff is from the horror shows that happen in their own lives. Not every single one of them, because obviously I'll do the disclaimer here that it's not about everybody and every comedian. But people have to draw from life experience. Unless they have good writers. But I don't know. It's been a long time since I've really watched a good female comedian. So, what was it about Joan Rivers that you found that you liked?
The things that she said about the Obamas was quite hilarious to me. Because that I didn't know she was that raucous. So like that, and that's what made me like her. It's not necessarily. Well, I guess you could say it was as a joke, but she talks a lot of shit. More so,
Yes,
and
she
I
did.
was surprised. I thought she was more. When I'd always hear her name, I never paid attention to her, so I was more shocked that she was a shit talker. You actually come to find out a lot of these comedians that they give these PG shows on TV are actually very much. I always thought Bob Saget was a
Oh
stand-up
yeah,
American dad type person,
that was one that
and
fooled
then
me as well.
I seen Half Baked, and then after Half Baked, I seen his stand-ups. I'm like, this fucking foul mouth motherfucker. Like, so
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Red Fox is another one.
Red Fox was
Okay,
getting
I
peasy,
mean, they
motherfucker.
said that you could watch them on TV, but you could never take the kids to the show.
Yeah, no, hell no. Motherfucker
Mhm.
was a crazy person. But again, like I said, um, there's several, but for me, female comedians are not that funny. So, like the majority of female comedians is if if I wanted to hear a female comic, I just listen to a female rapper. You know what I mean? It's the same. It's the same shit. My pussy,
Well,
guys. I'm fucking. Gotta get money for my pussy. Fucking. My pussy. This. That type of shit. That's really the extent of the conversation. And you might hear I had a baby joke or I had a bunch of abortions joke in there, and then that's the extent of most female comedy.
now the one I couldn't stand for a long time was the one that did Waterboy. I can't think of his name.
No,
Um,
I'm lying. There is a female comedian who's funny as fuck, and I can't remember her name. I can remember her face. She's on a stand up on Netflix. I can't remember what I want to say it was the stand ups, and it might have been season two. Her name was like Lisa Stempaneba, something. She had like a crazy name or whatever. But this chick was so like
Adam
dry,
Sandler.
but fucking like her punchlines were delivered so effective, and it was like it was not it was just the delivery was great, and it was real raw humor. Like, oh shit, she has said, like, made me think about something like,
Lisa
that was hilarious.
Lampanelli. Yep.
No, not it's not Lisa Lampanelli. This chick is like it's somebody I know. Lisa Lampanelli. This bitch way funnier than Lisa Lampanelli. Lisa Lampanelli. This chick is like she's not that well known, but she
Okay.
because I tried to find more stand-ups of her after this one, and that's the only one I found. She's kind of like a up and come, but she's funny as shit. Like funny enough to where like if I'm gonna go bring a comedian to town kind of money, I would hire her for so like that's how entertained I was. No, she's not black. Of course she's not black. She's like a white lady or Italian lady, something like that. But she's fucking hilarious. Uh,
You know
singer.
who surprised me that has great humor? Believe it or not, Queen Latifah.
Well, what is great about Queen Latifah? I don't think that's her, but let me see. I'm listening. I gotta find it now because now it's on my mind. I know what she was in. I know how to find it. Let me just. This could have been her
She's
name.
done some funny shit. What was it called? Yellow Cab or something? And I can't remember the white dude that she was playing opposite with. And then she was in something with Steve Martin, and I mean she's done quite a bit of
But that's
comedic
like,
roles.
yeah, that's comedic acting, and that's different than like being a comedian, being like a stand-up actual comedian and telling jokes and having timing, having delivery, being able to like work the crowd. That's a
Mhm.
completely different skill than being, fed some lines and somebody said, cut, all right, you fucked it up, go try and be funny again, with no real live pressure. Like, the stand up is the big, you don't get no doozy backsies. You know what I'm saying? It's like you out there. You know what I'm saying? So
Now, getting back to Adam Sandler, I didn't actually care for him until I saw him in a series movie. And then I went back and watched some of his sophomoric stuff and appreciated his comedy. I didn't know Stacey Dash was even a female comic.
Stacey
Did you?
Dash. No, Stacey Dash.
Yeah, she was from way back in the 90s.
Stacey Dash didn't do no stand-up.
Really?
No, she was just like on Clueless or something.
I was gonna say.
She ain't no stand-up comedian. I would, if she was, I'd love to see. I know it would be not good.
Now, Alicia Silverstone is actually funnier than the other one. She's done quite a bit of comedic kind of stuff.
I know. Is this the chick's name? No, I know it was on this show, and for whatever reason, I don't see it in the damn. Well, it had to be this fucking show. It had to be. Like,
actually, there is one that I like. Oh, she's in the Upshaws. She's the sister-in-law.
You talking about Wanda Sykes?
Yeah, she's funny as shit.
What is it about Wanda Sykes that you like, Miss Beth?
She puts some dingers in. I mean, she hits the brother-in-law. I mean, I've seen her on stage, and she's really got a good act. She keeps it light, but she's just got a really good delivery with her jokes. And it's not at the expense of everybody, but you kind of get the point of what she's saying. Hey, I like clean comedians. What can I say?
That's
I grew up.
That's no, clean comedians are. I mean, rarely are they funny. You know what I mean? Like, there's a couple. Like I say, I mentioned the neighbor guy. So he's a pretty clean comedian. He's pretty funny. But for the most part, nah, I don't.
Oh, who's Mac?
Drive me crazy. What is this chick's name? She was super fucking funny.
Who's the guy that Bernie Mac?
Bernie Mac.
He is funny as shit.
He is definitely not a clean comic.
No, he's not. Hey, I'm going through the files here. Everything's a little foggy, so work with me.
All right, I'll work. This is driving me crazy. Now I'm like, this should go fuck with me now because I know it's on the Netflix.
Now, I know not a lot of people care for Tiffany Haddish, but she did a comedy, what do they call it? Not a routine, but like a showcase. And she had a lot of young actors come on, and they were all pretty good.
Yeah, I've seen they're all funnier than she is.
I would agree with you on that. I tend not to watch a lot of comedy. Yeah, Norm Macdonald's clean. He's kind of a weirdo, but yeah. David Spade is an idiot.
Why is David Spade an idiot?
He's just... It's very... I don't know. I just don't care for his humor. That's all.
I feel like that's racism.
He's white.
I feel like that's white on white racism.
Yeah, he's blonde. So, yeah. There's that.
Is it okay for white people to be prejudiced against white people?
They do it all the time. Ask the Polish and the Italians. Ask the Portuguese and the Spaniards. Ask the, you know what I mean? It just shit goes back and forth with colorism within the Caucasians all the time.
So colored Caucasians are causing problems?
No, it's a matter of like, I don't know how to you get called more on your ethnicity than you do, obviously, your skin color. Or, excuse me, nationality. I take that back. Nationality. Because even Northern Italians and Southern Italians are completely different. Southern Italians, for the most part, in general, are dark-haired, dark-eyed. And Northern Italians are blonde hair and blue-eyed because they're more towards the Alps.
So you're telling me there's like some secret infighting going in amongst the white people that black people are just not aware of?
Well, even among the Irish, I mean, when the Moors landed in Ireland, it became the Black Irish. Way back in the day. So even among the groups, there was a distinction of what shade you were within white.
What's that? How do we stop this white on white racism?
Sure.
How do we do it? What steps can I as a black man do to assist in, preventing white on white racism? Because, every time I look around, I see that, the whites are so kind to help, the blacks try to decipher their race, their issues within their communities. So I figured, why can I reach out to this? So what can I do as a black man to help stop this from happening?
Pretty much like white people get told, let us deal with our own business. It's kind of, it's sort of like in family fighting kind of shit. And I've been told more times, just watch, don't get involved, let them deal with it themselves. Okay, no problem. And with white people, it's sort of the same thing because it's almost like possessive stupidism. And I can say that because some of the shit that they're fighting about is exactly the same thing, only a different culture, whether one's Polish and one's Italian, or one is Irish and one is Welsh, or, you can use multiple different countries of Caucasian influence in order to put a joke in there somewhere. So yeah, it happens among other cultures or other ethnicities as well. And I was watching an Asian YouTube the other day, and they were talking about how Asians have colorism as well.
Really?
Different countries of different folks that get treated certain ways than others do. I think it's called the Fung Brothers, Fung Brothers. And they deal with like a lot of the Asian community things. They're based out of New York, and they come from a small town, and it's either, I want to say it's China. And so anyway, they talk a lot of the community issues that they have and different things like that.
Like, what is one of the bigger issues that they face in the Asian community that caught your attention?
Interestingly enough, I caught a clip that they had been talking about the Asian woman, I think she was in San Francisco, that got beat down by a white guy, if I'm not mistaken. And it was like, that was like, I guess, their breaking point of Asian culture being just treated badly. They come up with the horror shows of being in camp in San Francisco or in the California area, and I'm not exactly sure, but they had basically camps when they came over from Asia that they had to go to before that they could actually enter the United States. And so I'm sure that they have their own scars of American type camps. There's a book called The Joy Luck Club about 3 generations of Asian women who went through their own stories of how coming into America.
I don't think if they went through those things, why don't you think Asian people complain about it as much as some other cultures?
Well, I think I can't speak for every Asian person, and I won't. I can speak for my ancestors, my grandparents and great-grandparents. There were some very horrific things that happened in my family. And I didn't find out all of them until I was at least in my mid-30s, and both sets of grandparents were dead. And these were passed down from great aunts and uncles of different things that had happened. And the older generation, and I mean the ones that were born in the 20s or 30s and 40s, they just kept their mouth shut, put their head down, and dealt with what it was. Did they like it? Was it talked amongst their communities? Probably. Because these stories still get passed down. But it was never commonplace to bring up shame or horror or tragedy because it didn't make it any better. They were living through the Depression. They were living through natural disasters. San Francisco went through an earthquake. There were multiple hurricanes on the East Coast from 1910 to 1950. You know, and not only that, I mean, they didn't have any welfare. There was no Social Security back then. I mean, you got to think about it. A cup of coffee was a nickel. A loaf of bread was 20 cents. And some people couldn't even get that together.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway,
sorry,
from
I took a way dip into a different pond on that, but yeah.
Yeah, it's a whole other kettle of fish.
Yeah. And so many people have their own tragedies. It's just that somebody's always going to have it worse, and somebody's always going to have it better. So if you're in the middle, you're doing okay. Doesn't make the tragedy that you've gone through any less valid. And it doesn't make the achievement that you had any higher than it is. It's just the fact that it doesn't contribute anything back then, at least to bring all the sorrow and the negative out.
Is the middle really okay, Miss Bell?
Well, I'm okay with it for the moment until I figure out what my next move is.
Like, think about it. Being in the middle is just nobody really wants to be in like that's like riding the bitch seat. Nobody wants to ride the bitch seat. That's the middle.
Well, shit. You got to think. I'm old enough to be taking care of my parents, and I've still got a daughter at home. I'm in the middle.
That is unfortunate.
It's a blessing and a curse.
Stuck in the middle with you. Huh?
It's a blessing because I still get to have time with my mom, and it's a blessing because I still get to have time with my daughter. Kenneth, a few more years we'll have that drink, and I promise I might even buy you one.
What? See that? See now, Miss Bell be telling herself, man. See, now she telling y'all that she
I didn't say anything more than a drink, and it might be Coca-Cola.
Nah, so you be using men for drinks at the bar. They probably be over there buying you drinks. You be over there flirting.
Kenneth ain't 21 yet.
You know, I'm sure there's a couple of spots in Houston that let him make it.
Shit, I was 18 when I got in, but that was a whole nother story. It was 18 back then.
No comments.
Yep, I'm done with that.
I'm very upset because I cannot find this. I'm gonna find it because I know it's only like one of a couple of things, but the one I'm looking for, I can't remember what it's called because it's a Netflix special and it's multiple comedians on it. And
it was a showcase special.
No, it wasn't like a show. I mean, it was I don't know. I don't even know what it was called, but it was a few different comedians. It was like 4 or 5 comedians. I think they gave each of them had their own little episode. I can't remember if it was the little 30-minute shorts one. Because they had one where they had like a bunch of little evil little intros. Everybody's like little evil looking characters. But I can't remember
I
what
don't
that was
remember.
called.
Sometimes they have like 10 or 15-minute ones too. They'll do like 7 or 8 of them in a show. But I don't know.
I remember the intro somewhat, but I can't remember the name of it. It was a different one. It wasn't the Bill Burr one. It wasn't the stand-ups. It was another one. I don't think it was a stand-up. It might be. I don't know, but I'll figure it out. But yeah, so that whole thing, it's going.
That's it. Lisa Shizzle. Yes, I like her. She's good. And yes, Michelle, we do need to have a ladies' night.
Ladies, now they gonna talk about that. Now they gonna.
Shit.
Now they gonna talk about nothing.
Discord, I talk about a lot of stuff.
That might be Liza Spizzle. That might be
White lady. I think she had jeans on, and maybe, I don't know, was it a white blouse or something? She just started a book tour.
Talking to a black man and talking about books, Miss Bell. What do you think this kind of conversation is? Yeah. No, it's not her.
Okay.
No. It's a similar name. It's like maybe it might be Liza something. That might be the thing. I don't know, but it's not that blonde chick, whoever. Yeah, nah. This one was not.
Now, I will give you this. Martin is definitely talented, but I didn't care for him at all.
What do you mean you didn't care?
But I thought he was a good actor.
What do you mean you didn't care?
I don't know. There was just something kind of off about him.
Oh, we're starting to go off the rails now, Miss Bell. What do you mean? What are you saying to me right now?
You ever have a person that just gave you a weird feeling? Not that it was bad, but it was just like, yeah, stranger danger.
I don't know. So, I mean, if it's stranger danger, it would be a bad feeling, though, wouldn't it?
Kinda. And then I found out him and Campbell had issues on the set.
So whose fault do you think that was?
How do what?
So whose fault do you think that was?
I'm not going to guess. Tisha Arnold, no, she's funny too.
No, she's not.
Okay. You have your opinion, I have mine. I'm good. Agree to disagree. You've always said that's okay.
And like I say again, like, because it's just to me, for a person, for me to say they're funny, I have to see a stand-up. I have to see. Yeah, no, it's not this chick. It's not this. The chick that I'm talking about, she's a little chunkier, and I think she had glasses on, like real dry humor, real just kind of. It was a thing. It was like 4 or 5 comedians on the little special thing. I'll figure it out, but yeah, man, it's gonna eat at me until I figure it out, because she's super funny. Like, after watching, I was like, I was trying to find more content. Like, if she would have had like a real special, I think it was like 15 minutes, but if she would have had a real, like, I would watch it, like that kind of funny. But I can't remember her name, so oh well. It'll go into the fish that got away memory books of women that possibly could have been funny. That
a few of them tonight. I can appreciate it. I've had a few of those tonight.
You been drinking?
Nope. Oh. I just had seltzer, tangerine and orange seltzer. It wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be.
How good did you think it was going to be?
Would have thought it would have had like maybe some sort of sugar, but it was just plain seltzer with the effervescence or the scent of the tangerine and orange, which is fine. No different than club soda and putting orange juice in it.
That's good for you. You know that sugar causes diabetes.
Yeah, that's why I said seltzer water, which it's basically unflavored. I mean, it's unsugared. There's no sugar in it.
Just kill me.
Well, Broderick, if you had called first, we wouldn't even be in this situation. So don't be buzzing me from the chat.
You know, shout out to Miss Bell. She been checking Broderick a lot lately. You know what I mean? And
Shit, Broderick been checking me. We all right.
Broderick been getting checked. He ain't got nothing to say because then he get into the Discord. He ain't got nothing to say. He be hush my butt. Bell been talking Broderick lately. Y'all ain't been peeping. I've been peeping. I've been seeing this shit.
I take my lumps just like every person who goes through the gauntlet of being in this group. Now I'm gonna put a few licks back if I have to.
Oh, if you putting licks,
and I'm all right with that. Okay, wrong word phrasing, Mr. Lollipop Man.
What?
Well,
nobody was even going.
I just totally went off script with that.
Yeah, nobody was even going
erase
there.
that. Just erase that. Oh, I can't believe I said that. You need to edit that out.
This is live. I don't have the capacity to do such a thing.
You could do it before it goes ghost. Pound my pimp. Yeah, you wish, Broderick. I told you I don't do well on drugs. This is why I don't take them.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a little drug. You just got to learn how to handle your drug. It's all right. But
no, this is the steroids. I'll be fine in about 3 days.
Steroids that good. I need to get me some. But it is.
Yeah, I have to take them for allergies. This isn't like what do they call that? Anabolic steroids for being in the gym. It's not the same thing.
That could probably be the same thing.
Well, that and probably in the last 3 days, I've probably had about maybe 6 hours sleep. Well, no, maybe a little more than that. Maybe 10 hours in the last 3 days.
Not healthy. It's a rest.
Yep.
But
I wasn't. I thought Sarah was going to be here, and I was going to have some fun. I was going to aggravate the shit out of her like she always does with me. But her loss, I'm good with that. Right now, I'm just enjoying life. So, any other wusses want to just step up and make a call, then go ahead, because I've already set the bell.
Yes, Ms. Bell has rang the bell.
Yep.
Well, I appreciate it.
And I'm all right.
I appreciate it.
Good night. I'll probably see. I'm not sure about the Discord, but I'll try.
All right. Well, hopefully, we do see you in the Discord, Ms. Bell.
All right. Good night.
Goodbye. And no one, Sexyy Red, not sexy at all, not even in the slightest. So it is about that time. I talked my ass off for a while, but I talked to Miss Bell. I'm determined to find this female comedian. This when I say this bitch was funny as shit, like I would watch her stand up. It was about a 15-minute special. Might have been less. It was probably about 15 minutes, I think. I would watch it at least 3 more times. Like that funny, right? So yeah. It's Discord time. Let me put the Discord link in the chat. I probably should have been took the StreamYard shit down because nobody went into it. So there's that. I expected better. Just everyone afraid of the yard. You know, if Memphis was here, he'd get in the yard. Wherever Memphis is, in the backyard. No, I didn't. I did not see it. I was at work. I didn't get a chance to. But I'm gonna go back and watch it. I heard good things. I heard he's a real leader, not a follower leader. But woo woo. They cut out the funniest part. What was that? That ain't fair. I want to see the funny part. All right, let me put the Discord link in here real quick. Y'all know how we do it, man. Beat me there. Don't meet me there. I'm gonna be in Discord for a little bit. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I'm tired. 4 push-ups. I'm gonna be there. I'm talk a little shit. I want to. I gotta make a list of some stuff real quick. So I got plans this weekend to get things. A lot of work to do. So with that being said, the link in this motherfucking chat. Put the link in the motherfucking chat. I want to show it. Ugh, what am I saying? I was expecting. That's funny. A bit about it a little bit. That's funny. 12 to 12. That sounds about right. I've been up since what? Let me get up later. Actually, I think I got up at 6 today. I got up at 6 today. Then the pre-work routine. My breaks, I try to do the thumbnails. Somewhere I eat lunch. I actually didn't eat lunch today. I waited till dinner after. I didn't eat after work today. Uh, I got the pizza. Time to put between sauce and get off work and sauce. So I did that. Then did the thumbnails between the sauce thumbnails there. Did that sauce after the sauce. After the shower, ate all that good stuff. And now it's about that time. I'm finna fuck with y'all in the Discord for a little bit and talk some shit. Blame everything on Broderick. Mr. I Fall Asleep on Tuesday Tuesday Brooks. Yeah, just linking there. But yeah. Teaching job news. Nah, who you gonna teach? Make a joke, but I'm not gonna see that. But all right. Are you gonna be teaching small children in Africa class? All right, so anyway. I can't be fucking with y'all. Sometimes I'm being in fucking dead fuck with y'all till like 2 in the morning and shit and doing that shit. That is not not ideal. But yeah, all right. I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all again. Hey man, y'all know what it is. My privilege. More than anything. Getting to sit here and chop it up with you wonderful people, you lovely people. The majority of you, some couple of y'all. Some of y'all. I don't know. But I fuck with y'all. I really do appreciate y'all. I thank y'all. You can be anywhere in the world. Anywhere virtually in the world. Yet you are in the damn fucking honcho. You let me be a part of your life. So for that, it truly is my pleasure. This one's for you. Hey, guys, to go home. But you got to get the fuck up out of here. Meet me in the Discord, man. Hey, it's going down. Put shit all of us. What? Did I not copy the fucking link? That shit, I'm still copying the damn, what was her name? Shizzle Bezel? Whatever the fuck her name was. I copied the fucking link. Kids, don't stream and stuff. All right, that link, push chat, all that stuff. Good. Work with y'all. Linkity blinkity. You know, bye. Bye. Bye.